Hello there, everyone. Hi, how you doing? What's up? Clone gun? Clone gun. I want an army of me's. I mean, they'll be using SMGs, but by golly, it shall be me. So I figured, I don't know. I'll just do normal Brotato. I really didn't know what character I wanted to use, so I guess that's good enough. We shall be what we shall be. Because I'm a huge fan of... I love spawning minions. What's this do again? High tech is NG, and change to... get things to suck. But it'll be good. It'll be a good time. It'll be a spectacular time. It'll be a wonderful time. It'll be an exquisite time. It'll be a... stupendous time? Did I say that already? I don't know if I did or didn't. It will be the most run that I've ever had. Also tier 2 with 2 SMG. I'm surprised we got another one so early. Like, that's very surprising to me. I didn't check its scaling or anything like that. I just saw more SMG. Excuse me. My apologies. I got a little too caught up in... I was gonna say illegal. Unethical. I got a little too caught up with my unethical experiments. More. That's not more. That's distinctly not. You know what? I'm gonna take more enemies. I'm gonna take more enemies because this weapon's very good. It's a very powerful weapon, and I want to have, you know, fun with it. So we are gonna want to take a good amount of range damage. That way my little guys will wind up actually dealing a significant amount of damage, because right now, because they scale up with me, but right now it's not going to be particularly potent. This thing's crit chance 5% for 1.7, which is super weird. Scaling on engineering goes up. I'll just go percentage damage and a little bit of speed. More. More! More! I don't know what that guy... I don't know what that guy's name is, the actor, but he was, now I can't think of his Star Wars name. He was a Solo. Ben Solo. Just could not think of it at the time. But yeah, I'll take as many enemies as possible, and then I'll immediately regret it, because we're gonna have the enemies that spawn, or sorry, the enemies that increase speed from small hits, and everything I have is small hits, so it's gonna be really, really bad. But I'm gonna commit to it because it'll be funny, and honestly, like, I like funny. Not gonna roll for 20-something. We're not gonna roll! We're not gonna roll it. No. That's it. We're not doing it. I'm not rolling that time. You can't pay me enough to. You could pay me enough to. Let's be honest, anytime someone's like, you couldn't pay me enough, usually it means you don't have the finances to encourage my spendings, but someone might. I would have to say, I'd be hard-pressed to, like, sell out my channel, like, actually sell out my channel. I had an opportunity to a long time ago. I had a game company come to me and they're like, we'll buy out your channel you can only make content on our game. And it was one of the worst contracts I've ever seen. Like, I wish I saved it, because, my god, was it embarrassing. Because it was, we buy out your channel, you can't make content on anything anymore, and, you know, besides our game, and we'll pay you, like, $150 a month, but you need to stream, like, just an absolutely ridiculous amount of time. And if you don't meet viewership numbers, we take money out of your contract. And it gives, like, you know, maybe like $250. This was a long time ago. This is like back in 2014. And I know people were like, I just take it, you know, just make a new channel. No, in the contract it said I was not allowed to make a new channel. I had a exclusivity clause. I was not allowed to make content on anything else. Nah. Woo, very early for that. That's pretty cash money. And it wasn't even a game, like, I enjoyed. But, because, like, you can buy my language, and so long as I can specify that these are not my thoughts, you can buy my words. So, like, if you say, read this script, and I'm allowed to say I'm reading a script, then you can buy what I say. You know, I'd like voice it like, these are not my thoughts, this is, you know, the advertisement. Then I'll basically say anything, because I've made it clear that these are not my, you know, explicit opinions. But yeah, no, it was really bad. And they wanted, like, at the time, they wanted me to, like, triple my viewership to make any money playing a game that is not that popular. The range damage just to increase their potency. So I thought it was, like, really stupid. But I had people calling me dumb because why would you turn down money? And I'm like, dude, it's not worth it. Because, like, for example, I have been lucky enough. I have been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, which they pay, like, pretty damn well. And people, you know, it's like, so I got to read specific things off the script. Now, they were actually really good about it, and they weren't, like, really picky and be like, you have to say Raid Shadow Legends is the greatest thing ever, blah, blah, blah. They're like, you just can't massively shit-talk the game, which is, you know, perfectly reasonable. And as tired as I am of seeing advertisements for it, like, it's a game. Like, the end. Like, they don't do anything, like, excessively scummy. It's just a game. I'd actually tried it out before, and I was like, it's fine. It's not my cup of tea. But, you know, if they're like, this is, you know, a revolutionary, whatever. I try not to say things like that. Because it kind of gets under my skin when everything is a revolutionary, new-fangled, the greatest thing in human history. I get really irritated when, like, that's how things are perceived. Pierce is 3 times. I don't need another Pierce on that. So, like, I was talking to, you know, one of my friends about games, and I can't stand talking to him about them because every single, like, game he plays, he's like, this is revolutionary, because he doesn't want to be negative, but in turn, I can't believe any opinion he has. Like, don't get me wrong, I like positivity. I just don't like obsessive positivity. Especially when their opinion flips as soon as I don't agree with it. Because I know sometimes my opinions, I try to be, like, a little more analytical and not just say everything's the greatest thing ever. So sometimes when I'm giving my opinion on something, I try to give my honest opinion, so I'm like, I don't know, it's pretty meh. Instead of just everything is the greatest thing ever, like... And obviously, if it's something you really enjoy, you know, people are upset because I just said the thing that they really enjoy isn't as good. And I try to, like, back up my statements, my opinions, with facts. So, like, you know, I'll say, like, I don't think Skyrim's nowhere near as good as people say it is, and people who like Skyrim are like, well, come on, dude, like, I like that game. I'm glad you enjoy it. My favorite Final Fantasy game is probably one of the most hated Final Fantasy games because the draw system in Final Fantasy VIII sucks butts. Doesn't change the fact it's my favorite. So you can have a favorite and not have it be, you know, objectively the best. Or you can really enjoy something and, you know, see flaws within it. And I think it's really important to be able to see flaws in things that you enjoy rather than be blinded to it. You know, like, this, not actually trying to shit on Brotato, it's like, it could have a better soundtrack. I don't mind the soundtrack, but, you know, this isn't something that gets me, like, you know, like Legend of Zelda. This isn't something that gets me, you know, humming it all the time. That's fine. It's perfectly functional for it. I like the music in it. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm also not going to lie to you and be like, this is the greatest soundtrack in recorded human history. No. Yeah. Yeah. Now I have no heal. Honestly, one regen, not that good. It's better than no regen. But I think I'm in a position where I'm comfortable not to have that regen. Like, as an example, because I was talking to someone about it the other day, my favorite FNAF game would... Granted, I haven't played it, so there's some problems with it. Would be Security Breach, the one that most people are like, yeah, this is like bottom tier. Because I don't like the core, you know, systems involved in the original games. They don't mesh well with me. I mean, I have a little bit of anxiety and depression and stuff, but it just winds up making the game, like, too stressful to play, and I don't like that. And I totally understand why people do like that. And that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoy, you know, something I don't enjoy. I just don't enjoy it. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Enjoy it to whatever level you like. Just don't get, you know, upset if I'm not the one who enjoys it that way. So... yeah, because I like the more, like, running away horror games than, like, you're literally trapped in a room and there's literally nothing you can do to get out of it. It's just my own personal preference on those kind of games. Because, like, to get good at the FNAF franchise, you have to, like, ruin the game. Because you have to have, like, analyzed the breakdown of the AI. And at that point, it's like, now it's just annoying. And I love atmosphere horror. I really don't like jump scare horror. So, while there is a punishment, the jump scare punishment for death, a lot of the scare is not just, surprise, a jump scare appeared, it's... You know, you ran away and messed up, and there you go. That's what I prefer, so. Those I would like more, even though I haven't technically played it, because I just don't want to spend money on it. Gonna be real. Because I have little money. I don't have big boy money, I have little money. I would love to have big boy money. Big honkin' monies coming out my butt cheeks. There are, like, so many games that I want to try. But I just don't have the finances, because basically every new game that comes out, I want to try. That's the level I'd like to get to as a YouTuber, where I can just try out any game I want and have YouTube funding it, basically. That's the level I would really like to get to. Because a lot of the time I wind up, I'm concerned about a purchase because I'm like, how much content can I make out of it? So certain games I'm like, you know, like I want to try out this game, but am I going to be able to make enough content to warrant spending the money where I could spend it on something else? And then I mean, obviously there are some games that's like, I want this, I'm buying it, the end. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3, videos I made did horrible. I wanted Kingdom Hearts 3 no matter what, so I bought it. I didn't care how much content I could or could not make out of it. That was what I wanted. But I would love to get to this situation where... I'll buy that tentatively. Yeah, I would love to get to this situation where I'm able to, you know, make those purchases. Just all off of YouTube. Well, and also, like, not have to, like, super worry about it, because, like, a game that I really want, but this is a different issue entirely. The reason I don't want to buy it is because it has very middling reviews, is the new Star Wars game. Fallen Order, I think is what it's called. A Jedi Survivor was the first one, Fallen Order. Whatever, the, like, Soulsy, like, game. Like, I really want that. But I don't want to spend $70 on a broken, unpolished mess of a game. And also, that wouldn't affect the money, but if I had more money from YouTube and stuff, then obviously I'd be more apt to give those things a try, rather than, like, I'm just so concerned that it's just going to be a disgusting mess. Because sometimes I have, like, really, really good luck. And sometimes I have really, really bad luck when it comes to those kind of things. Where, you know, mine will be broken and terrible. But everyone else's is working perfectly fine. Or everyone else has it, you know, horribly broken and terrible. But mine's working perfectly fine. Like, an example of that is Sekiro. I actually made a video because I bought Sekiro on launch. And it was a disgusting broken mess for me and very, very, very few people. And what I mean by a disgusting broken mess is I have a 2080. Which I think was roughly the best at the time. And I couldn't run it at 144p at a stable frame rate. So clearly that's not my graphics card is like you know, you're trying to run everything at super mega ultra. No, I'm fine running things at normal mode. In fact, I actually think more people should be running things at normal mode. That way companies stop pissing their pants making bad games because they're trying to run everything at ultra super mega 400 frames a second at ultra ray tracing. And then they just make the game unplayable. So... sure, we'll take that. Of course, now we get that. Oh, well. Yeah, so it, like, literally had nothing... Could not be my fault. Sure, why not? I think that's gonna be a waste, but I'll take it anyway. Yeah, it was just super frustrating. That, like, I couldn't get the thing to run. It's actually becoming, like, one of my most viewed videos on the channel. Because I made a video, I was like, Sekiro frame rates die twice. Because I was super mad. And I showed, like, the fixes that they say. And they just decided never to address it properly, which is super frustrating. Whatever. You know, it is what it is. Because I don't mind if, like, oh no, the graphics dipped a little bit for half a second, whatever. Does it run smooth enough? Like, I have no issues with Bloodborne. Bloodborne runs at 30 FPS. I don't care. It runs smooth enough for me. Like, yeah, there's sometimes, you know, a couple dips. This game has a couple dips, and, like, arguably, you could say, like, that's inexcusable. I know this is Godot's a weaker engine than, like, Unreal or something. That's fine. I'm not going to let that, you know, ruin my experience with a game I'm enjoying. Nah. You know what? I think this will actually be easier if I just start killing a bunch of enemies and then die. Please stop. Stop! There we go. The cavalry's here. Yes, my boys! Good this shit. Love it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of... They died?! Did they take damage? Where'd all my boys go? What happened to all my boys? Hold on. Did they die? I'm confused. No, that's definitely not worth it. Nice. More enemies. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we'll just go. I don't need a reroll to not be able to buy the item in the first place. Which is not something I'm particularly engrossed in. Yeah, being able to summon my little army of boys should be quite proficient for stopping the armies of aliens. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Delicious. Delicious death. So leave a comment down below. How you guys doing today? What's your favorite Pop-Tart? There you go. There's a question. What's your favorite Pop-Tart? Gotta be honest, my favorite Pop-Tart, probably s'mores. I'm really not sure. Hold on. I actually gotta like analyze my Pop-Tart behavior, or consumption, or whatever words I'm gonna use. Because I really, shoot. Sure, that's good. Because I really like. Give me a second, my brain won't work. Ah, shoot, I should have taken that too. Give me a second. Break me off a piece of that fancy feast. Yeah, so I really like the brown sugar one. That one's probably as a normal flavor, that one is absolutely my favorite. Because it's really good. The s'mores one, also like an absolute bop and a half. I really, really like the s'mores one. Don't get me wrong, I just basically like all Pop-Tarts, so take that with, you know, the smallest grain of salt. Like, I'm not actually insulting a Pop-Tart flavor. +1 range damage for every negative melee you have, plus elemental for negative, regen for negative, dodge for negative. That's neat. Oh, I only had 2 armor. Jeez. For some reason I thought I had like 8. Nope. Yeah, but which favorite Pop-Tart flavor? I'm gonna go with s'mores. If I go to the store to buy them, I buy s'mores. So, or Oreo, but probably s'mores I like more because of the difference in like flavors. It's got like 2 flavors, which I really like. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. You all are lovely people. Stay golden.